There we go. We're on
There
air.
we go.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Welcome to Blunted on Reality Show. I am Polka Eve, EVE.
I am Sin Lover, CINLOVAH, guys. And we apologize for being a little late, but
We're a lot late, but thank you for
we had to
hanging.
switch programs, and we've been having a little difficulty with that.
Yeah, we're on two platforms. We're on YouTube Live. You can watch us there. Blunted on Reality Show. Click on the link, and then we're on Able as well, radio.
Able Radio. Both links are in the bio.
Yes, guys. And today we have a guest.
Yeah, we'll just say we have a guest. We haven't even spoken about what we're going to talk about.
No.
But we do have a guest for those that are watching us on YouTube Live. This is Corey from Colorado, now a New Yorker.
Welcome, Corey. Welcome.
Howdy how.
So, how's your week been?
Our week we were together. We had a great time. We were in the Poconos. We took a girls' trip, everyone, Sin, I, and another 7
bunch of girls. A bunch of women. And
Yeah.
we had an amazing time.
It was a great time. It was
Much
awesome.
needed fucking time.
Absolutely.
And we did not go with any codependent friends. Because today's topic is codependency.
Yeah, I learned a lot actually researching for this show about codependency. So I'm excited about it.
I know.
And for everybody that's watching us, our empty seat here with Punch, he's a little late, but he'll be joining us a little later as soon as he gets here.
But we got Corey right now.
Yes, we do.
We got Corey.
Yes, we do. Let's
So-
just jump into it.
What did you learn about codependency?
Codependency. So I learned that I've actually been in a few codependent relationships. Going through all of the little signs like, I've done that, and I am like, oh shit, like we've probably all been in one.
I definitely have been in one.
Have you?
I wasn't a codependent person, but yes.
So you were the one receiving all the help, I would say.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
Because before you got here, like we were having a discussion.
Yeah.
And I was talking about when it comes to, okay, so when you're in codependent relationship with your significant other, let's start there.
Yes.
Usually when you start with someone, it's like new, it's fresh, and that's why they call it the honeymoon stage. Mm-hmm. And you want to make that person happy and vice versa, and you want to spend all your time with them. So the issue is a lot of people cut friends off or stop hanging out with friends because they're so wrapped up
into that relationship. Yeah.
And I was telling Corey that I was like, that's such a bad idea, because what happens when you break up?
And if you do, which most of the times that's what's happening, like at the end, most relationships don't make it. So you're cutting all your friends, and then once that doesn't work out, you're like back to square one.
Yeah.
Right. But usually relationships last because they're healthy.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, but I don't know, from what I've observed, is like a codependent person will basically convince you not to like hang out with these people that you like. They'll get jealous of you spending time with your siblings. And
right.
You're just like, wait, what?
With anyone but themselves. So your codependent ex.
Yeah.
She wanted you to be around all the time.
Yeah, she wasn't a fan of when I was hanging out with my friends. Like she said I'd pick my friends over her.
Oh,
and I'm just like,
see?
I think I've been there.
See? And I'm just like, no, like I literally just spent 3 days with you.
Right. So she wants you all for herself. So a codependent person pretty much wants you to be all for them and do everything for them or be there for them, I guess.
Yeah, but it's also because the codependent person wants to feel safe and secure all the time.
Right.
So they want you to make them your world.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That's not healthy.
It's kind of like a little cycle because in the same way you kind of like it. So I was reading that in a codependent relationship, the person that is getting all, there's a helper and there's a helpee. Mm-hmm. So I guess it's a little circle because you want them and you need that as much as they wanted and needed as well.
Yeah, no. My cousin, she was telling me about her ex-boyfriend, and basically he would cook her breakfast in bed. He would cook her dinner in bed if she wanted it. Anything that she wanted to do,
Yes.
he was doing it. Like
Everything.
anything and everything. But he would geek. Like,
but he liked that then, right?
Yeah, he loved catering to her.
Right.
And but like if say she was at her because she was a teacher, so she can be there all the time. So say she was chilling at, they didn't live together. She's chilling at home. He texts her, "What are you doing?" "Nothing. I'm not home." And then she look out the window, and who's out there in his car? Her boyfriend.
Doing what? Just waiting.
Waiting just to see if she was lying.
Oh my
What?
And I was like, "Yo, your boyfriend is doing the same. Like that's some scary movie type shit." Like,
Yes, that's pretty creepy.
Yeah, and I'm like, your boyfriend's like, and so that's like how.
And maybe she likes that too. She likes that whole like attention.
Well,
He's always around.
She's like, when I'm with him, he doesn't do that. But when I'm not with him, like, say she like liked somebody's picture, he would go through her likes, and like from his own Instagram and DM whatever picture whatever picture she liked and be like, "Yo, I know my girlfriend, you're talking to my girlfriend, blah 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 blah."
And there probably nothing there's nothing happening.
Nothing
it's
happening.
All in his head.
It's all in his head. And so like when being codependent, there comes like a huge like there's a deep well of insecurity.
Yes.
That it's coming from, and so like it's very, very unhealthy, and it's kind of unstable because this person's so insecure that they need to know that you're all that they have, so they don't have to worry.
So they pretty much hang on to you, and you're pretty much everything to them. I mean, that's a little. I mean, as soon as I know that if you're in a relationship and somebody's trying to bring you away from your parents or your siblings,
your parents
or
and
friends,
your siblings,
that's not normal. That's very toxic.
The moment they try and separate you from your siblings or your parents, then you know there's something going on, because like, no matter how close to anybody's family you are, like, I'm not going to tell you, "Yo, stop hanging out with your brother, stop hanging out with your sister."
Or
like,
don't be friends with that person.
Yeah, like,
you know, like I've been friends with Cindy forever. I would never be in a relationship where they asking me to cut off these relationships.
Like, "Yo, stop hanging out with her. I don't like it when you hang out with her. She's a bad influence on you."
Yeah.
Right.
Or she's single. You don't want to hang out with a single girl.
Yeah.
You know? Because a lot of people, once they get into a relationship, a committed relationship, that's what they do. They do cut off a lot of people around them, or they don't spend as much time anymore as they did before, right? Before the relationship.
Right.
So I guess that's the start of the whole codependency thing, right? You start like that little by little, and then all of a sudden, all you want to do is spend time with your significant other and no one else.
Right.
That's not healthy.
Right.
At all.
No, it's
I mean, you need your relationships. You need so many, that feed you differently.
You just got to keep it separate, basicome.
Yeah. Welcome,
Don't
Punch.
get so wrapped up.
For the ones
hello,
watching us, Punch is here. Hey, Punch. How are you?
Good.
Okay. Awkward silence. So, yeah. So, have you been in a codependent relationship since?
Yes.
Many times? One time?
One time.
One time.
Long time.
Were you very young?
A long relationship, or it was a long time ago? Oh.
The ex-husband. That was definitely a codependent relationship.
When did you realize that you were like in a codependent relationship?
Whew. That's the thing. Like, you get lost in that shit. You lose yourself when you're in a codependent relationship.
So
I was lost for quite some time.
I mean, but sometimes you feel like those are things that you need to do for your significant other. And sometimes the woman is the nurturer. Well, we're the nurturer. So a lot of the times we're the ones that end up in that position.
Yeah.
Being like the codependent person.
Right. But the situation is that he was more overbearing on things. So you get to the point where you kind of always bending. Like, all right, whatever.
So you
to
always
make them
compromising.
Happy. Right.
Yeah.
So like I read this thing. Basically, one of my ex, the codependent one, there's a lot of like psychology.
Codependent one.
There's a lot of psychology that comes into like where you place, like if you have brothers or sisters and all that stuff. Like the older child is gonna act a lot differently. They're gonna be more protective. They're gonna be more nurturing. Mm-hmm. Middle child is really good at communicating, but doesn't get enough attention.
Yes.
The younger child is they're more adventurous. They're able to do a
That's
lot
so funny.
of
I
stuff.
saw the same thing.
And so
Yeah.
like my ex, she was a middle child. So
Yeah.
like she was good at talking to both she was good at being the in between person
Right,
for
right.
her parents and her younger sibling and everything.
Mm-hmm.
She was taking care of everybody. The middle child almost gets ignored. So like when they're in a relationship, they look for that attention.
They want to give you everything.
Well, they want somebody to give them everything
okay.
because they're not getting any attention from their family, and this is the right type of attention that they want from their family. So they're gonna expect you to pay attention to them because they're in the middle. No one's paying attention to them. They're paying attention to the oldest one and the baby.
Ooh,
That's interesting.
that is very interesting.
How do you feel about that, Eve? Because you're like,
I'm a younger child, and I actually agree with that because I did see something that he's saying, and it does say firstborns are perfectionists, achievers, leaders, bossy, responsible, motivated, consciousness, I guess, controlling, and cautious. Middleborns are adaptable, independent, go between, people pleaser, can be rebellious. I guess that was your ex.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the last. Well, I'm not
Yeah,
the last
she was
one.
definitely.
She was rebellious.
Yeah, there's one point her mom called me and she's like, "Yo, you need to come talk to her." Like she's like, they had a big like upset. The house was all like fucked up and everything. I had to like calm her down and shit. It was wild.
shit, but then her mother was fucking dependent on you too.
Yeah, but her.
Damn.
In a way, I guess. And then it says that the lastborns are social, charming, outgoing, uncomplicated, manipulative, seeks attention, self-centered, and fun. And the only child, are you an only child?
No, I have.
You have siblings?
Yeah, I'm the oldest of 4.
It says that the only child are usually confident, responsible, perfectionist, center of attention, mature for their age, seek approval, sensitive. I guess that it makes some sense to me.
I mean, yeah, because
Yeah.
you could carry shit. Obviously, you're also in an environment where you're gonna start learning things or seeing things and feeling things, and you just
Yeah.
keep going with it.
Right. So I do agree with that. I agree with what you said. I mean, I'm not the last child. I have a youngest brother, but we are 7 years in between, and
So you're
he's a
like the
male.
baby,
So so I'm fun, rebellious. I'm the black sheep, but not really.
So I
Make
wonder
sense?
then if you, depending on who you are and how many siblings you have, you're an only child, you probably don't really go through that. I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily true.
True. Yeah.
But it makes you think.
Well, my mom was an only child for a while, and then she like grew up with my cousins and everything, and she told me how she had to learn how to entertain herself. So she was a whole lot more independent than some of her cousins who had brothers and sisters, and so she had no problem hanging out with them, but she also didn't have any problem just being by herself and doing her own thing.
Yeah. I guess it has its pros and cons. My son is an only child, and he always, since he was little, he used to, be in a little corner playing by himself always. And when he was like around a group of kids, like the park or whatever, he still chose to play by himself because he's an only child, so that's all he knew.
Yeah, my daughter's pretty, always play by herself too. She's pretty independent and stuff, but she would look for people to play with. That's the difference. She was okay with both. Like, I'm fine by myself, but I'm fine with the group. You were an only child, Punch, no?
No.
You weren't? Oh. All right. I thought you were.
How many
I was
siblings
under the
you have?
impression you were by yourself.
I got a younger sister. We like years apart, but then I grew up with my uncle, and we was around the same age. So he was like a brother, so I wasn't really by myself. I had him to grow up with and get into all kind of trouble.
Right. But you're pretty independent.
To a certain extent, yeah.
Yeah. You come across as pretty independent.
Pretty independent, yes.
Yeah.
Because I stay to myself. I keep it to myself. I don't really be out there flossing what I do and don't do or can and can't do. So, and most people ain't gonna run out and tell people, "Yo, I can't do this. I can't do that."
No. I
Everybody
get
talks
that.
about what they can do. So
Yeah. But you carry yourself like independent. Like, I don't care. I'll
Like,
go
I
here
do
by
my own
myself.
shit, yeah.
I'll do this. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I get at some point. You figure out like, yo, I want to do this and I can't hold myself up for other people. So you're like, yo, I just gonna do this shit.
Yeah.
There's times that I was like, nah, well, they don't want to go, so I'm not gonna go. You know what I mean? Or if they don't want
Yeah.
to do this, so I'm not gonna do this. And then you just see life wind up passing you by, and at some point you got to say to yourself like, yo, I got to just go ahead and do it anyway, regardless of who's with me and who's not, because at the end of the day, it's for me. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. That
Yeah,
is
that-
codependency.
Yeah,
though, too.
in friendships.
Oh yeah.
A lot
in
of
friendship.
parents too, or mothers. Like I have to say, like Spanish mothers, just because of my experience, they can be a little. They could have that trait as well, have that codependency with their
What?
child. They want to do everything for them.
Hell yeah.
They're just like on top of you.
And
about
for their
everything.
spouse.
Yeah, true.
Like the old school, like my mom and all that. Like
I guess
hell yeah.
a lot of
Mad codependency
of the
going on.
yes, I guess a lot of these marriages they become codependent at the end of the day because they need each other.
Yeah.
You know.
But then they try to raise us to do the same.
Yes.
Like you have to take care of your spouse. You
Husband,
have to
cook
do
for them,
this.
clean for them.
And
do
my
their
mom would get
laundry.
mad because when I was little, she would be like, when you get older, you have to cook and clean. And I said, for what? He got two hands. She get mad because it would never sink in. I'm just like, I think, a guy should be able to fucking do shit for himself.
Yeah.
Shouldn't just be me doing everything.
Yeah.
And then I would tell her, like, if I'm working and he's working, fuck that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. It should be 50-50. If you're both
Yeah.
putting into the relationship, then there's no imbalance.
But I
And-
feel like that's also part of like culture and just like as
Yeah,
like,
that too,
we've
yeah.
just been raised to expect that women to take care and cook and men to pay the bills and
Provide.
provide. And so like, but I think now as times are changing and progressing and everything, I also think women have just kind of been like, you know what, fuck that.
Yeah.
You guys can do everything that I can do. So
Yes.
go ahead and do it yourself. And then, like, I've seen relationships where the woman does not cook at all. Like, the man cooks everything. Like, and it's
But why you
perfect.
think that is like that?
I think it's because sometimes that person in that relationship, she just might be a shitty cooker, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so that guy, he's just like, look, I enjoy cooking. I know how to cook. This is something I can do. And then they might trade off where, say he does all the cooking, she's just doing all the laundry.
Yeah,
Like-
that makes sense.
Like, I think that's part of it. And then, I mean, if I, out of the two of us, if my significant other can't cook, then I don't have a problem cooking. But I'm not cleaning something other than, like, she has to be responsible for something else. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not cooking, cleaning,
So
doing
you're kind
all
of
this
like
other
doing a
stuff.
trade-off.
Yeah.
Like, you do this and I'll do this. That's nice in a
Yeah.
relationship.
I think that's
But
nice
do you
too.
think,
It's a
like-
balance? It's a
Yeah.
balance.
But do you think, like, for example, how you said, like, she might be a shitty cooker. Do you think her upbringing might be the reason why she's a shitty cooker?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, some people don't know how to cook because
Yeah.
they weren't shown.
Oh,
or-
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, or they just always depended on moms to cook and they never had to fend for themselves.
Exactly. For
know what I mean?
instance, when I was in school, there was this girl. She barely knew how to cook for herself. And you want to know how she cleaned pots and pans? She would put, like, say she went trying to clean out a pot. She would put bleach in the pot, right? Turn on the oven, let that boil. You know how unhealthy that, like,
What?
she
Wow.
would, yeah, like
Wait, who is
Bruh.
this? She put bleach and put it. Who taught her how to
bleach,
clean
soap.
dishes?
She didn't. Her parents did everything for her. So and then that becomes a codependency on this person,
Right.
relying on their parents to do that. Did everything. For
So then
them.
once they move out of the house, they expect the person they're with to do the same things their parents
yeah,
used to
but
do
this
for
person
them.
won't even find anybody to do it for. Like, I met this girl. I was in a relationship with this girl, and I was so nice to her that it freaked her out. Like, she'd be like, she's like, why are you so nice to me? She's like, I feel like one day you're just gonna stop talking to me. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, no one's ever been this nice to me. No one's ever done anything. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. You just have.
That's issues
Yeah.
right there. She's never been treated nice. So
Yeah.
obviously when she sees it, she probably thinks it's all
Oh,
bullshit.
Yeah, she would flip out on me all the time. She's like, you're just gonna stop talking to me one day. She would just bring it up out of nowhere.
That's so weird.
I've also been messed with crazy chicks, I guess.
I guess that's what you pull?
Yeah.
Did you
crazy
pull that?
chicks. Yeah, I guess.
We have a question from somebody right here.
Yes.
Was I paint sunshines? Do y'all know this person?
I don't think so.
No.
I'm blind right now, so
It
that's
says,
why
I
didn't read it.
wonder if the parent's position as a sibling affects the position of their children. Like a middle child, parents treat their middle with more love because they had that same feeling. Would that foster the codependency of a middle child syndrome?
Absolutely, I believe so.
I don't know. I'm just going off what my mom told me, and she said, because I'm like, yo, be honest with me. You love me more than all the other ones, right? And she was like, no. I told her, she was like, no. When I had you, like, and I had your sisters, I had a new, like, I grew a new part of love for you.
Yeah, right.
And so, like, I think maybe, like, if they see that this middle child is lacking the attention, maybe this person will this parent will feel for them more.
Got you.
So maybe as a middle child, you don't get as much attention because you're so focused as a parent on the older child and the youngest child. The middle one doesn't get that attention, and they become, you know, they want to please their parents so much to just get that attention. You're like, hi, I'm here.
They're gonna do everything that they think they should be doing.
But I wonder why that is. Why do you skip over the middle child?
I don't know. I have to say, like, in my experience with my sisters, my sister, my middle child, she's just a sweetheart, you know, and she's a people pleaser. I do have to say, she wants to please everybody around her. And I think with age, she's gotten better with that because she was really bad at it, you know, growing up. She wanted to please everyone.
Isn't that a sign of codependency?
Absolutely, it is.
Right?
Yeah.
I think we saw that.
I think everybody has a codependent thing. Like, we're all codependent, but we all require something specific. Like, I may not require someone to cook and tell me that they love me all the time. I may need somebody to laugh at all my bad jokes.
Right.
Like,
okay.
That's
yeah.
like, I may need someone just to talk to. You may need someone that tells you you're beautiful and gorgeous every single day. Like, there's just everybody has, like, our levels of codependency or different things that we need to be, and I think that there's just some people who just need everything.
Yeah.
They're not able to be independent.
Yeah, I don't think codependency is a bad thing.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's my personal opinion. I mean, everybody got.
Well, I guess it depends on the extreme of it too, because since, like you said, we all have that level of codependency with each relationship we have.
Even the healthy relationship.
It just, I guess, it depends how bad it can get. You know, where it's kind of abusive, and you know, mentally it's abusive, where you don't allow your friend or your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend to even go and meet their friends, you know, for a weekend in Vegas.
Or you get mad
whatever.
because they're with, you know, their family. Or you want to go hang out with your brother and she has a
But see, that's more controlling than
it's
being
part of
codependent.
codependency, though.
Being controlling is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they want to feel safe and secure all the time.
So they want you all for themselves.
To do that.
So we just going to rule out crazy then is what we doing. Is
Well,
codependency or is it just crazy?
Is it some women?
They're fucking crazy. That's what it is.
So do you feel
some men are crazy too?
Yeah.
Oh, hands down.
Fucking controlling and crazy. That's
so
it.
I feel like some people get codependent even like in a few dates right away. Like they just want to know where you are, calling you all the time. That's scary. And you should run away fast.
I just think that's more, you might feel avoiding somebody's life. You know what I mean? Or they feel like you're out of their league. So let's say if I'm dating a woman that I think like I really shouldn't be dating this girl, she's like, you know, like,
A 10.
she's dating me, you know what I mean? And you might feel like, yo, what you doing? Where you at? Why you ain't texting me today?
Yeah.
The reason why is because of that. You know what I mean? It's like, this shit is way out my league. And I know there's some nigga with some money or somebody that looks better than me that's going to come in and swoop up and take this.
So again,
wouldn't
insecurity.
that be, that's low self-esteem, which is also another codependency issue. So that's really on you for feeling that way. You create this fear in your own mind.
Yeah, that's on you.
It's like a fear and self-doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it snowballs.
Yeah.
Because you're there like, well, what if she meets this other hot guy? Oh, my God. He's going to do this for her. Oh, my God. And then it just keeps going. Next thing you know, they're married. They have kids. Oh, my God, I'm going to lose her. Like,
Yeah.
I still don't think she likes me.
You take one thought and you run with that shit.
But I feel you can't do nothing in life. You can't move forward in life without being dependent on something or someone.
Right. I think the problem is when you're expecting it too.
Impossible.
You know?
You have to depend on something or someone.
But you could be in a healthy relationship, right? And obviously you're still going to have, like you said, some codependency. But it could be like, you know, where you have to make this huge decision for yourself. And
Prime example.
And you want them to help you and give you advice and guidance. That's some kind of codependency, but it's not in a negative way.
Right.
You understand? The negative is where it gets fucking crazy.
So let's say, like, prime example, if you're in position to do something and you might be the one that's best suit to handle it, you know what I mean? Like, you give it to somebody else, they may not handle it the same way, you know what I mean? So that person needs you to be who you are and do what you do, you know what I mean? Like, I'm dependent on you to really come through and do this. You know what I mean? And you have to get that done. I just think that's just a part of life. I don't think it's a bad thing.
But that's if it's happening every single day and that is your personality trait that you have, then that's, I guess, when the issue comes.
But the other person might feel like, I got to do everything. You know what I mean? So, like, these motherfuckers dependent on me. So, you know, they might feel like we're...
Like, you can't say no.
Like we're depending on them. So, it's like, you know, like, yo, but this is what you do. You know what I mean? You do it better, or you're best suit for this position as opposed to somebody else. Just like a basketball team. You know what I mean? Like, give the ball to Kobe, he's going to score. Or in this case, give the ball to LeBron, he's going to score.
Right, you're depending on LeBron.
Blase, he ain't going to do it. He ain't going to get the same result as a LeBron would. You know what I mean? So, but you need that. I mean, I think that's a part of, you know, getting things done.
Like us getting this show done, bitches. We need to be here on time.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm depending on y'all and myself to be here.
So I have a few definitions of codependency.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I have a few definitions that because I was a little confused, like because I thought the same thing. Like codependency, we need that. Everybody depends on somebody else, right? Even when we're kids
or something,
and we grow up.
Anything.
We're depending on our parents.
But there's a healthy way, and then there's a unhealthy way.
Okay, what would be the unhealthy way?
Would be that me trying to control you.
Yes.
To me, that's unhealthy.
But is that being codependent though?
So
because I want you to always be with me and do things with me and no one else. I'm trying to control.
Like I want you to think the way I'm thinking, and you're not thinking like I want. That girls do that a lot.
Yeah, that's a codependency sign.
But you need that circle to come back around. You need that person to kind of, you know, be like willing to do that as well and to suffer for you and do things for you.
Like if you said yellow and you said yellow and I say purple, but why you ain't saying yellow? Why you said purple?
Yeah.
Like to me, that's controlling. I don't know if that's being.
I think that falls under codependency.
Being dependent on the other person, is it? Okay.
Because you're also like being manipulative.
I have a few definitions if you guys are okay with
someone to do something for you,
right?
To make the like, I'm relying on you to make me happy. I'm relying on you to make me feel loved. I'm relying on you to make me feel safe and secure.
So you're willing to suffer pretty much for that other person and do everything for them. So they're pretty much winning it all in the relationship.
Which is like in that, like for in my cousin's like situation, like she gave when she was with him, she paid attention to him. She wasn't sacrificing anything necessarily because they were in the same room together. But the moment they weren't under the same roof, he was geeking like the whole entire time. Like, are you home yet? Who are you with? Who's at your house?
He's insecure. It's
so
like that's where it comes from.
There's I think there's codependency and then there's being insecure, and they're like there's just because being codependent is like a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah,
like, basically,
that's why I feel like it's like
but insecurity falls
a fine line. Yeah,
it's a fine line because
I feel
it can be codependent or it can go over and be a totally different type of.
But you feel it as well in a relationship when you have that feeling that something is not right and that you feel like you find yourself doing things all the time that you don't normally want to do, or you know that you feel like a little. You know, like it's too much for you. You feel that.
But isn't that compromising? Like what you saying, like in a relationship?
Yeah,
status?
that's what Cindy was saying earlier. She was saying that she felt she was in a codependent relationship where she felt like she was always compromising what she wanted to do for the other person.
But see, that's kind of different to a certain extent because that's marriage.
No, but then
that's also him controlling me.
No, but I'm saying it's give and take.
Being dependent on
you know what I mean? The rules of marriage is give and take.
But it's give and take. If you're always the one giving,
which is
and
me.
No one is ever giving
I
don't
anything. Know your personal situation.
I'm telling
to say it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I am telling you.
I'm just saying as far as
I'm telling you, it was unhealthy.
In a marriage, it's give and take.
But you don't see it when you're in it. When you get out, you fucking see everything. You're like.
But when at some point you say to yourself, you know what? Now I need this. I did this for you, but you know what? Now I need you to rock with me and do this my way. This.
Nah,
what if they guilt trip?
Because some people don't voice themselves.
Yeah,
do they guilt trip? Yeah.
Some people don't voice themselves.
But
or scared to voice themselves.
Oh no, he voiced himself enough.
No, I'm saying like on the opposite side, like a female. In
no, because you get tired too. You get tired. So this is what happens. You start to compromise all the time, and that's it. You lose yourself.
Yeah,
you're gone. When you're like in a codependent, you're doing everything to make that person happy. So it's like a trigger thing. You don't want to set him off. You don't want to argue. You get tired, so you start doing whatever they want.
Anything.
And that's how you get lost. That's how you lose yourself in that.
So I say this question to everybody in the room. Don't you feel at some point you got to say to yourself, I can't make everybody happy?
Of course.
Right?
But it's a lesson.
Or I'm not going to always make this person happy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Relationship-wise.
Or even like...
Best friend.
Not even relationship. Even your mom. Or you're like, I'm talking for experience too. My mom, like, sometimes she wants me to make her happy all the time. Like, nah, I can't do that all the time. You know what I mean?
That's why
parents could do that.
That's why I have the fat theory.
Yeah.
What's that?
FAT.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Fuck all that.
Fuck all that.
Fat theory.
It comes to a point where you grow up, you're like, nah.
Right. Everybody,
here,
on the count of 3, let's say it one time, and I want y'all to see how good it feels. Ready?
Go.
You're going to say
1.
fuck all that on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Fuck all that.
You see what I'm
That
saying?
was good. I like that. I feel better.
Sometimes you just got to say fuck all that.
But it's right here. Signs of codependency: having difficulty making decisions in a relationship.
Yeah.
Having difficulty identifying your feelings. Having difficulty communicating in a relationship. It goes on and on.
But
There's
isn't
so
that,
many.
I just feel like it's other things like
Having
fear.
fears of abandonment or an obsessive need for approval.
A necessity for approval, I can see being dependent. Abandonment is something different, though.
It also says here, like, you're addicted to the addict. Right?
Addicted to the addict?
You're addicted to the addict. So if you're in a codependent relationship, like she said, you're scared to pretty much set them off or whatever. So you're just in this circle doing everything they want you to do over and over and really not even caring about yourself. It's all about them.
Yep.
But I feel like this with everybody. Everybody's happy with you and they love you as long as you're doing what they want you to do. The moment you break free of that and have a fucking independent suggestion or idea, or you want to just do your own thing for a moment, oh, this motherfucker here. You know, now they ready to shoot you down. It's like, wait a minute. So
Yep.
what the fuck?
That's true. Once you like get your wings, if they meet you in this like positive and happy state where you're like an angel, and then you kind of start growing up and like start trying, like knowing things, and they realize that, they're not gonna like that.
They remember the no. They don't remember the 101 yeses. They just remember that one no. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like if you're in a healthy relationship too, like say I'm with you, right? And you're still pursuing your hip hop career, right? If I'm in it with you and we have a healthy relationship, I'm gonna be cheering you on.
Right.
I'm not gonna be sitting here telling you because now I have an issue. And in my head, I'm thinking, well, if this shit takes off, he's gonna be going on the road. He's gonna be fucking all these bitches. He's gonna be this, that, and the third. So I'm gonna be
So now
sitting
your
here.
insecurities is kicking in.
But you see what I'm saying? But then I need you to make me feel secure now. So I'm trying to like tell you, well, maybe you're getting too old for that.
Yeah.
Or maybe
See,
this.
and
or
I've been
maybe
in that position before.
That's codependent shit.
See, I've been in that position before. I never looked at it as codependent. I always
But
looked
it
at
is.
it as that's some issues with yourself that you have to deal with. Because anything, I can go and have a regular 9 to 5 and fuck bitches. This bitch is at work.
Right.
You know what I mean? The bitch that's serving my lunch, I could want to fuck her. You don't know when I'm not in your presence, you don't know what the other
You
person
never
is
know.
doing.
Right. But these
Yeah.
are feelings that come up for people who are codependent.
Yeah.
You understand that they have these issues. Low self-esteem is definitely one of them.
My whole marriage, my wife never supported none. I mean, yeah, she went to the show and shit like that, but was she really down for the shit? No. She wasn't down for the
Why?
shit. And I toured and went all over the place. But
Why not?
I just took it as she didn't understand it. You know what I mean? It wasn't her thing. We come from 2 different
So
backgrounds.
also, I'm sure she also thought like, damn, there's so many groupies in this environment.
that
you
might have
know?
been the last thought on her mind.
Really? You don't think she was
It must have
insecure?
We didn't have
Somewhere.
social media at the time, so like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't see what the fuck I was doing. Like, if
Yeah.
I did something, you didn't know you weren't there.
But
I'm in another country.
She never ever found out that you ever did anything on her?
Nah.
Okay, so then she just probably hated that you were rapping.
I mean, the only shit that was around at that time was MySpace. I mean, and
Wow.
niggas wasn't hollering that bitch on MySpace. At least I wasn't.
I remember MySpace.
You know what I mean? Like,
But let's just say you were in that position like I was, where I wanted to do things, and he always had a fucking opinion about it, or you know, he didn't want me to spend money, this and that. Even though I was working, it wasn't just him working, but he still had an issue with me doing things that I wanted to do.
was he how much older was he?
He's younger than me.
Oh, he's younger than you? Oh, well, you know, that could
He's
also play
9
a
months
factor
younger
in it.
than me. 9 months. It's
Oh,
not even that much.
That ain't shit. That ain't shit. I thought it was like
No,
age,
no,
years
no,
It
no.
different. I
also
mean.
comes from like an immature like you can love somebody but in an immature fashion, and then you can like there's mature ways of looking at stuff and immature ways of looking at stuff. And so like, and I've come to realize that too, because like, all right, for example, I would like, I don't want to make it seem like my ex was like the only bad person in the relationship.
No,
so
yeah.
like, so like when I would do stuff, right, and then she would tell me the stuff. I'm like, yo, if I do something that you don't like, let me know, right? Cool. She would tell me. What would I do? I would get mad at her for telling me. And then she was like, how do you want me to? And that was an immature way of looking at stuff. Like I would get mad at anybody. Like even if my mom told me something at that time,
Defensive.
I would get defensive, and so that's super immature to look at it like that. And so it took me a while to realize and like mature. When I guess basically matured, I'm like, okay, when these people were telling me these things, it wasn't because they were trying to hurt me, bring me down or anything. They were trying to tell me so I could get better at these things. I'm not, they were on my team the whole entire time. And so there's just a different way of looking at stuff. Like, is this person loving you? Is this an immature way of this person handling it? Or is this a mature way of this person's handling it?
Yes, absolutely. I agree with that because I remember you brought that up on our call.
Oh yeah.
But about immature and matureness.
I'm gonna go fix it.
Okay, baby.
Somebody will come in or something?
I mean, when you're in a relationship, you're an individual. You're an individual. I don't want,
I'm sorry to
your
cut you
rules.
off.
Yeah.
Is it hot in here or is it just me?
It's hot just
No,
everywhere.
Okay, I
but
thought it was the
it's not.
diabetes. That's
It's
why I'm like,
not
yo, is
I
it
feel-
hot in here? Because
No,
I know I
I'm
was
just
sweating
saying it's
before I
hot
came in.
everywhere, but I feel good.
You okay?
Cool in here?
You good?
I mean, now that I'm eating this candy here.
You want a little water, baby? I got some water.
Nah, that's why I need the sugar.
I could tell.
I need the sugar.
I can't put it
I
here.
could tell when you came in. I was like,
Yeah, I need sugar.
Yeah, you need sugar.
no, but as far as that, like you know, like I know I was in a codependent relationship and I got lost in that shit. Even to the point where, that's what I'm saying. You're trying to please them all the time. So even if you're like, hey, what are we eating tonight? Whatever you want.
Yeah, because you don't want to bring anything that's gonna make them upset.
Whatever you want. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What do you want to watch? Whatever you want. Like it was just like all the time, like whatever you
That's
want.
a horrible life.
now
to
again,
live.
I don't-
It's terrible.
I don't have 100% knowledge on this, but let me ask: is he indecisive?
No.
Because I've been in relationship with people, and the person's indecisive, and they never know what the fuck they want to eat.
Well, that's just women
what
in
the
general. We never
Yeah, I know.
know.
This is little
Yo,
bug
what the
flying
fuck?
around.
We never know what we want to
Oh,
eat.
y'all looking at me on camera and probably
Nah,
looking at
but I
Shen
would know.
doing this shit. There's a little mosquito buzzing in our face.
But this is, see, the thing is too that I
You
realized
see me? I'm like, what the fuck?
when you're out, you kind of like, you know what I'm saying? He had insecurities with money.
Well, he didn't want you to spend it.
Wait, what kind of insecurity?
He
Like,
don't
in
want
which way? Like, give me an example so I have a better understanding.
No shopping?
No, like if I would go shopping, oh, you gotta shop again.
Online, you mean? Like,
No, if I go fucking buy some
But I
shit
guess
for
that's
myself.
how old guys are, not?
He had an
No?
issue.
okay, now I don't know.
We
So I'm
shop
asking.
too much.
What was his upbringing like? Like, how was his family structure? His mom, his dad, like,
no, his
did that play a
parents
part
are
into-
still very around, and he wanted to do everything for his parents
Is he a middle
all
child?
the time. No,
An
he's
older
the fucking
child?
oldest child.
Oh.
Because I'm just trying to figure out, because sometimes your upbringing will play a part in how you love a woman if you don't know how to love a woman.
Especially if you see it, you know,
If you yeah,
in
you know.
other couples that are not really.
I'm not gonna say he didn't love me because I did feel love from him. That's not what I mean though. But I mean like as time went on.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure he loved you. I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
know how to is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Loving somebody and knowing how to love them is two different
He
conversations.
was just he
Sure.
falls under the controlling aspect of when you're in a codependent relationship. I'm gonna say that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where he wants everything like, you know, his way because his idea is always he still tries to do that shit now with
He a-
Jade.
he a
Jade be
Gemini?
like, back it up.
He ain't a Gemini.
Like
too, is
it's
he?
always like
Aquarius.
his ideas are better than or whatever he wants to impose his ideas on
Yeah.
you pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Like you should be doing this or you should be doing that and everything is like he's too focused on the
On
future
the-
and I always say like and I always say this like you should just be focused on the now right now. You're focused on some shit you can't control.
Yeah.
That shit hasn't even arrived yet. You
Or
know what
like
I'm saying?
But he's too focused on other people too. He should be focusing more on himself.
Yeah, but he's not because it was always about taking care of his family and then doing this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
That
like
does
when I
sound-
wanted to do, and people know that I do readings. When I wanted to do psychic development, he had a fucking problem with that. I'm working.
Why,
I'm
he-
paying for my
he-
shit.
He didn't believe in that or something?
No, he just had. Why you gotta spend money on that? Everything
Oh, it was about the money.
It was always money. Like why you gotta spend
Now,
money?
I ain't gonna lie. If I was him and you tell me to do, because my ignorance would be the reason why I would say something like that to you, right? Because I never been around nobody that did that. So I'm like, come on, is it
You
bugging?
are. You are.
I'll
all
give
the
you another
time,
example.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll give
No,
you
I'm
another.
saying
Like
if
in
I was him,
husband.
I wouldn't like. I'd never been around that, so I wouldn't know. I'd be like, what the fuck? Come on, you spend money on that?
I give you another example though. Even before that,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go to like broadcasting school because I always wanted to do radio.
Right.
Do you think he supported me with that? No, he had a problem with that too.
What if he wanted to do something?
What did he want to do?
Like, you know, what if he wanted to?
Yeah.
He
you
did
know,
everything
spend
he
money
wanted
on-
to do. He wanted to, you know, go to college and then go into criminal law or whatever the case is, and he winds up working in the courts. He was doing everything he wanted to do, and it's like, I want to do this, but you can't be supportive of me. You know what I'm saying?
So that's selfishness.
So that's part of it. Yeah. That's part of it.
But it's almost like your marriage is all about him. It has nothing to do with you.
Same way.
But this is what I'm saying. Yeah. And it's not, obviously it wasn't fair to me, like it wasn't fair to you.
So what were things that your
ex that's why there are exes.
Okay.
That you felt like she was definitely...
The number one thing, okay, so now, me being born and raised in New York City, I was trying to get her, because we did the long distance thing for like maybe 3-4 years, right? And then it was time to, somebody got to make a move. So her job was able to relocate her where she would have been able to move to New York. Mm-hmm. So she came to New York, did the interview. Everything was going in the right direction. We went looking for houses and all that other stuff. And then last minute, she just didn't want to do it. So then I moved to Atlanta. And once I moved to Atlanta, it's like I'm on her time schedule. Mm-hmm. Like everything was easy and everything was great for her. You know what I mean? So when I expressed how I was feeling, just ignored it. Like the words out of her mouth was, well, I'm not here to entertain you. Now imagine your spouse saying that to you and you just moved from one city to the other for her. And you're expressing, I'm feeling this kind of way. I'm not really liking this. And they tell you, I'm not here to entertain you.
Again, that's a two-way street. So
that's not very
so
nice.
in the
but
wrong.
I'm there.
She's so in the
I'm
wrong.
there helping raise your daughter. I'm there.
That's not very nice.
Doing everything, cleaning, cooking.
You sacrificed a lot.
Doing a lot, right? And to not get that little bit from the other person is, you know what I mean? It's fucked up, and didn't support the music and stuff like that. And
so she wasn't really anything for you. What did she even love about you that she was so fucking rude?
Maybe my dick. Fucking rude. I don't know. Might have been my dick.
That's it. She was just in love with
the dick. She
was
codependent on this dick.
Well,
I can't with you.
That dick was that good.
He's like codependent on this dick.
She know what this tongue do.
Oh, wow.
All right.
That was awesome.
Let them know, ladies. I put it down. My tongue getting crazy.
Lord.
Well, that dick must be crazy too, apparently.
They codependent on that dick.
All right, so she didn't really give a shit about you. I'm sorry, Punch. Like the
that's
way you're
just like a big
it.
fucking.
But like, long as I did, because I did do a lot for her. As long as I did stuff for her, everything was great. But when it was time to, to reciprocate, it wasn't the same. Like, wasn't so as gung ho.
Because that's the thing too. Like in the beginning, like for me in the beginning, it was fucking great. Like, I felt like everything was fine. Dandy. Whatever the case is, as the years went on, and then like we actually got married, because I was with him for 8 years. Then we got legally married.
Okay.
Then, during that time.
You dated for 8 years?
And, well, I live with him.
Oh, okay.
And you know what I'm saying? Like.
No, I meant just like before y'all tied the knot. It was 8 years?
And then, it was 8 years.
That's crazy.
I didn't want to get married. It's a whole other thing. We'll talk about that on another show.
Right.
But the point is that, as time goes on, they show you more and more and more, and you get fucking tired. Yeah. You're tired, so you start compromising, and it's all about pleasing them, and then you get fucking lost in that shit.
My ex would make a mess and expect me to clean it up. I mean, life-wise, and I just literally, like, she'll spill some on the floor, but... Like, she'll get us into shit, and then it's left to me to get us out of shit.
So you're always the helper.
I'm the cleaner. I'm there always playing fucking cleanup until I said I wasn't going to do it no more. And then it was all a whole bunch of fuck yous. You know what I mean? Like, like, this nigga ain't going to clean it up. What I need him for? Like, I'm tired of cleaning the mess.
But here's another example, because this is how I met Eve, because we've always spoken about this. Our ex-husbands were friends. That's how we met. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
So we would hang out in groups. And he would always fucking tell me that, every time you're with them or whatever, you're different, and I've said this.
Yeah,
it's because I was fucking happy.
Well, I can understand him being mad.
Hold on,
I can understand him being mad.
But he would have. I was being
He's a wild chick, like she's wild.
First of all, we were married, and it was a group of married people. We were like maybe
that
6.
would hang out.
You was married
hang
couples,
out.
couples,
all
and we'd be in somebody's house, and
everybody had issues with their husband.
No, like
husbands don't like that.
Nope.
She's just saying, like, when she would come out and hang out with that group, he would have a problem with it.
I was being me.
He saw her being a little more happy, a little more entertained. Right. She was having fun.
You know what he saw? That's it. You know what he saw? He didn't see happy. He didn't see entertaining. He saw fun. Fun without him.
Yeah.
That's what I
want to be in that, but that also becomes like insecure.
But that's weird because you're a dude, and these are like we're fun.
You ain't allowed to have fun without me. I I need to be the certain.
Like-
I need to be.
And
all
he
the
wouldn't.
fucking-
He wasn't a dancer. So if we went out and we would dance and
Oh,
shit,
and
he,
get
would
mad.
complain. Oh, you didn't come and get me to dance. Nigga,
All
you
of
don't
a-
dance.
All of a sudden, you got rhythm, huh?
All of a sudden, you want to dance?
Why you tapping your feet? You
It
never
was
tap
just
your
little, and you're not sitting there taking notes for tit for tat when you're in the relationship. When
Yeah.
you get out, you can see so much more when you're out of something.
But that gives you
Yeah.
'Cause
anxiety.
you're from the outside looking in
Right.
instead of the inside.
You're not in
looking
it.
out. But
that
I
must
think-
like so much anxiety to live for somebody else, you know?
But I think it sounds like with the you it sounds like you're a giving person. Like you don't mind like giving and giving and giving, and the person that you were with.
Yeah,
like,
that, and I was a little younger and dumber.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We've evolved.
yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
too. When you're younger,
Young, dumb, and full of cum.
when you're
Yeah.
when you're with this dick,
A lot of cum.
Yeah, she
A
was
lot of cum.
codependent on that dick.
A lot of cum. Shout out to the ladies that got a lot of cum. Depending on
Keep
that
on
cum.
coming by. keep up.
But not. But okay. So I remember
shout
prime
out to
example.
the cock monsters.
So, are you stupid? Oh shit! I cut my own mic off. So okay, this
That's
I
for
remem-
you, Punch.
I
Shout
remember
out.
this one story. Okay, so something happened to the car. Make a long story short, I came into a whole bunch of money, and she took me to the dealership. So it was like, okay, she picked out a car. Like she had everything picked as soon as I fucking landed. So I'm like, okay, how's this gonna work? You know, you're gonna have a brand new car note. There's gonna be one car. There's two people. So she was like, well, I'll buy a hoopty. You buy this car, so that way, you know, with there's two cars, nobody's stranded. So I put the money down, get the vehicle. Never saw the hoopty. One car still, and of course she went back and forth to work. You know, I'm stuck in the crib with no car. So now it's like, all right. So I felt like with that situation, I don't know if it's dependency, but I think she did that on purpose. It's like, I know where he's at all times. You know what I mean? He doesn't have another car. He can't roam around and do this, that, and the third.
That's codependency,
He's here.
bro. That's a sign.
You know what I mean? He's here.
Yeah.
Now, the moment she would come home,
So she's secure.
I'm ready to dart out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I got to make moves. Like, I feel fucking stuck.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
It's a way
Yeah.
of controlling somebody.
That's like
Yeah,
feeling
that's
stuck
crazy.
and yeah.
But that's
Right.
a way for her to feel safe and secure. Same thing.
yeah. You're always there.
You know, like I know where he's at, so it's fine.
See, I always called it controlling. I didn't know if that
No,
was...
it's controlling.
Yeah.
That's super
Codependency.
controlling. That's
Yeah.
like someone just
That
is
it's like
controlling.
codependent. This is all like, you know what I'm saying? Like
It's just a different form of codependency. She
And then the
just-
bitch had the nerve to go to a goddamn football game. Would you believe it?
To go to a what?
It was the Giants playing the Falcons
he's still talking about
in
it.
Atlanta, right? Super Bowl Sunday, our day, fellas. Sunday, guys' day, right? She went to the fucking game with all her homegirls and left me at home with just my child. I'm watching. Matter of fact, yeah, it did come on TV that day. So I watched the game on TV while she was at the. I was like, oh, okay.
I just cannot see you in this light, Punch.
I was like, word, okay.
You must
I
have
ain't say
grown
shit.
a lot.
I'll wait till
Look
she
at
came
Corey.
home.
Corey
It's cool.
can't.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's
I ain't
fine.
say
It's
shit.
fine. It's great. I'm happy. I love it. That's fun. I spend time
I'm
with my
like,
daughter. It's
I
great.
was on the phone plotting. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool, word. I'm making calls. As soon as you come, I'm out.
Oh boy.
She came, I was fully dressed. She walked in, word, I'm out. The car, you didn't have to cut the car off. Leave you running. I'm out.
Leave the keys in the
I'm out.
car.
I didn't come home till the next day.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna
out.
come home till
What type of
Tuesday.
shit is that? And mind you, you don't watch sports. Because if I sat in the house and told you to watch it with me, hell, I don't do football. I don't do basketball. So, bitch, what you going to the game for?
with her friends.
Fuck all that. Say it with me, y'all. 1, 2, 3.
Fuck all that.
Fuck all of that.
Yes.
She was off rhythm for y'all.
I was
She
a
came
little
late.
slow with
She
it.
came a little late. She came
It's
a little
okay.
late.
I like that. I like that.
But did y'all ask the question, is codependency a good or bad thing?
Like you said, there's a little bit of codependency in all of us in our relationships. But maybe when you feel that gut feeling like it's not okay, then it's not good.
Do you know when
That
you
vibe, you know what I mean? That negative vibe, like holy.
when you're
what
in it?
what am I doing?
Do you know that you're depending on somebody? Like, when does it hit you? Like when they pull out and they be like, you know what, I can't do this no more. They're like, oh shit, this motherfucker did everything.
What do you think, Sin? I think
I know in my rap group it was like that.
What? Say that again.
Cause I did a lot for my partner. So the moment like niggas got funny with me and tossed me to the side, I'm like, all right, well, let me see how you gonna do this. And you try to do it, I'm like, you ain't having the same result, are you? I'm the one that made the shit easier for everybody. So it's like, okay. I don't think y'all acknowledged that until I was removed, thinking I could do this shit.
Yeah.
It may look easy.
I've been there. I've been there.
You know what I'm saying? It look easy till you have
Eve
to
was
do
a
the
little codependent on me when I went away on vacation.
I
and
was.
She was losing her mind because she couldn't figure out the YouTube.
I
but
was.
Punch here came in and took it.
That was funny.
Please
That
help.
was funny.
So I think that we all have that, like he was saying.
Yeah.
Then we all have that level of codependency in relationships.
Yeah.
But
again, I say there's unhealthy and there's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit, I'm going to take the car and leave his ass at home, because I know where he's going to be. That's not fucking healthy shit.
Do you have a codependent parent? Does anybody's parents depend on them for shit?
Yes.
Yeah,
You
I
do?
feel like
Yep.
that.
Your mom?
Yeah.
My dad.
The dad?
Roles
Your
get
mom.
reversed once
What
you
about
grow
you?
up. Yeah,
Your mom?
absolutely. But you know what? I am happy that I'm not an only child because I think it would be a lot worse if I was an only child.
Yeah, everything would be on your shoulders.
It's 4 of us, so I feel like we all kind of share all responsibilities,
Okay.
to take care of our
See,
parents.
like, I'm the oldest out of all my siblings, and so like whenever I call my mom, like I call her and she's like the first 20 minutes or the last 20 minutes, she's just venting about
Yes,
everything that she's going through, dealing with, all of it. And I'm like, I mean, I might not want to hear it, but I know she's telling me because she might not have anybody else for her to tell because she's busy. She's taking care of my 3 little sisters. My oldest little sister is just graduated college, still being a jerk. Like she doesn't have anybody to talk to, so I'm just like here to listen basically. So and that's so she depends on me. Just like she'll call me out of the blue and I'm like, yo, what's up, mom, what's going on? And she's like, you'll never guess what just happened, this mother blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
But is she is your father there too or no?
No, they got divorced a long
See,
time.
so she don't have that other person to vent to. So I think it's a situation of loneliness at this point with her.
Yeah, and she like still don't get me wrong. She has her like her friends and everything. Like she has Uncle John.
But you can't tell your friends your personal
Yeah,
life.
fair enough.
She can't tell the same way that she gonna say
Yeah,
to you.
exactly.
It's totally different feel.
And so like then it just that it comes from that basically. It's just like not having anybody to tell because her mom lives with her. Her mom's moving in with her, so her mom is just.
Oh, her mom's about to get her ears talked.
Yeah. So she's just like.
So the calls are going to get less.
Yeah.
No, like they're more because she's like, yo, you will never because my grandma's straight from Jamaica.
Man.
Oh shit.
So she's like. And they live in Colorado, and so like my grandma be saying some wild shit. Old people say the darn. You know how kids say the darndest things. Old people say the darndest things.
They don't care
Because this is racist. It's some homophobic shit. Sometimes it's like you'll never know what you get when we're talking about an old person.
Yeah.
True.
My dad
True
is
that.
definitely fucking dependent on me. He would call me to be like, and he'll leave me a voicemail. Hey Dollface, because he always calls me Dollface. Can you call me back when you get this? As soon as you get this, and I'm like, I'll call him back thinking it's something fucking crazy.
How you turn on TV?
How do I get the Wi-Fi off my phone, bro? Like really, I'm like I can't. He has like a fucking Samsung. I don't know shit about Samsung, so I'm here like, can't you Google one? I can't.
You gonna be doing that
this
shit
is
to
what's
Jay.
gonna happen.
You are Google to your parents.
All you got to do is
I'm not
swipe
gonna
down
be
and
able to
hit the
call
Wi-Fi
anyone
button.
anymore, and that's it. Like I'm just gonna have to get rid of this phone, and he just goes on.
You're gonna do the same to your daughter. Just know that. So you're gonna be
I
dependent
do that
on
to
her.
her now. She's the Apple fucking pro.
Apple Genius.
TV is gonna be super complex. Turn the channel for me. How you do this? It's gonna be super hard
You
for you
talk
to do.
to it again.
Yo, but
Mom,
it's
you talk
just
to
like
it.
that.
I already do it.
There's
My
gonna be
cable's
some-
not working.
There's gonna be some new
That's
social
it.
media. You're gonna be asking your son, "What's
I
this
already
thing?
do.
How
I
you
already.
do this?"
I'm like, Jaden, can you please? I
What's
don't
this
know what
book
happened
face?
here.
Yeah.
Like my Netflix not working.
Yeah, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a fucking. I guess for him, it's not a do or die situation. But that's where it's going.
Does anybody have somebody that, if you put the phone down and walked away, they'll just keep talking? They wouldn't even know if you was on the phone or not.
yeah.
And just be going.
Dad.
He does that. Yeah,
Your dad does that?
yeah, mine too.
Just be
Yeah.
going.
My dad does it.
Yeah.
And then if you pick up the phone, it's like, shit, I've been on the phone an hour.
So I put it on mute.
Because your cell phone takes
Yeah.
54 minutes and 12 seconds. I was
Yup.
like, God damn.
Jesus.
You could tell when you're trying to talk and they just keep going.
Yeah.
And what?
Oh, they overtalk you and don't allow you
They're
to
going.
speak.
They don't even hear you. They're just going
They
on.
just
So
spilling.
then,
Yeah.
alright,
Yep.
knock
You know,
yourself
like,
out.
bet. Speakerphone, mute, in another place.
And then they finish, they hit you with the, I've been doing all the talking, so why don't you tell me something? And I'd be like, oh, shit. What else is there to say? You've covered all bases
Yeah.
at this point. Yeah, my mom's is like that. My mom's just go. I'd be like, God damn. What do you want? Like, lady, all right.
But you know what?
And she be trying to sound hip. That should be killing me.
What is she
Like,
saying?
no.
He be coming out with these crazy corny jokes all the fucking time, and I be like, "Come on,
Like
man!
what?
I can't speak to you like
Tell
when
me
I'm
what.
fucking serious."
Tell me
You're
one.
not trying to be in a joke right now, and
Tell me
just
one of
like
his
telling
jokes.
you jokes.
He's like, "Tell me one of his fucking jokes." Damn, I wish I could remember one off the top of my head that he's always
They that bad? Did you remember that?
fucking
They're
saying
that bad.
Yo, but he just always comes out with stuff, and
Wow.
I'm just there like, can we just be serious for 1 second? But then when I think about it, I'm like, there's gonna be a day when he's not gonna be here, and I'm gonna be
Yeah.
wishing he's telling me those fucking jokes. So I'm
See?
like, go ahead, knock yourself out.
See?
I'll listen to it all you want. Go ahead.
So you're a daddy's girl. Aww.
Yeah, probably. I was always been closer to my dad than my mom. Always had a good
You
relationship.
and your mom
with
used to
him.
argue or something?
What? We're good now. But
Oh.
years back, oh hell no. It was like this all the time.
What's her sign?
Aquarius.
Damn, you don't get along with Aquarius.
I am telling you, when I started
don't-
with my
that's your-
ex-husband
that's your
that we
shit.
moved in, I was
I don't
like,
know
yo,
Gemini's like that, so I'm guessing that's your sign that you
I was
She's
like,
an
I moved
Aquarius?
out of my mom's house
He's
and
Aquarius,
moved back in
mom's
with my mom.
Aquarius.
That's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
I'm a Virgo, so I think mine's is Aries.
What?
Like, I don't get along with Aries.
My mom was an Aries.
Your mom's an Aries?
Yeah.
I don't think I get along with Aries. I mean, like, we'll get along, like,
Yeah.
but as far as, like, relationship-wise, no. I think we gonna. I've dated a few and we crashed.
I think
clashed.
Aries men are a little fucking crazy.
I think
I've lived with an
Gemini
Aries
fucking.
man, and
I
I'm
think
like,
Geminis
what
are
the fuck?
crazy.
Gemini. I feel like
Geminis
Gemini's.
are
There's
crazy.
just like a two. There's a
My mom is a
imbalance.
Gemini.
I'm a
Geminis are
Gemini,
crazy.
bitches.
Ensign is a Gemini.
I'm a Gemini.
Yeah, you crazy.
I am not crazy.
We have a lot of Geminis in the group. Jolisa is
Whatever,
a
you
Gemini.
love me, Pun. Shut the fuck
Crazy.
up.
See? See how nice and mean that was at the same time? That's crazy
love
talk.
me. Shut the fuck
You
up.
love me. Shut the fuck up. See, that's some, yeah.
Yeah.
This pussy good, right? Shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, you
know
asked
I
me.
love you.
I'd be like, girl, you asked me a question if it was good. I didn't ask you.
Yeah.
The pussy good, right? Well, then shut the fuck up.
And keep right in
I would
that-
probably say something like that. Shut the fuck up.
Oh.
And you be there like, you didn't have no problem with this dick.
Codependent
Depend
on this dick.
There you
I
go.
bet you want me to come back.
Nah.
We do anal, you be codependent on that, okay? Why jelly? On that kawaii.
So what should we be looking for if we're like, if I'm going into a relationship, what should I be looking for in a man that I feel like maybe
What do you
codependent-
want?
Nigga that ain't codependent.
that could be codependent? Like, what are the signs? You know what I mean?
I think when he tries to the moment he tries to control something like
Even the simplest little thing, like what I'm eating.
no, because there's like a difference between because there's dominating people, like a person who's like who doesn't mind being dominated, or a person who's more submissive, and so like there's some people like to be dominated and some people don't like to be dominated.
True indeed.
But I like to be dominated in bed, so that's not the
Okay,
same.
see
But
what you
that's
saying?
different.
What you saying? You ain't gonna find a nigga like that. You ain't. It ain't gonna be a nigga that's only
I wanna
dominant in the
dominate you
bed,
in life.
and outside the bed, a nigga's a punk. Like that's not gonna happen. Because
very
you like to
good.
be in control outside the bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want him to take. Nah, there's no nigga like that.
Yes,
There
there are.
are.
There
Like
are.
you
Niggas
just
ain't built like
have to.
He gonna be all, yeah, bitch, you talking shit at the restaurant. Yeah, bitch, take this dick. Take this
So
dick.
you like
and
the-
then Susie Nut.
I
Yeah,
love you,
babe,
baby.
I'll take out the garbage. Okay. It's not gonna,
Yeah, like
nah,
that.
nah.
She's like,
You don't, even,
exactly what
you
I
don't
want.
even respect a nigga like that. You're like, I don't even respect this
Sin,
nigga.
do you like that though?
So what?
Like somebody that it's dominating in one aspect, and then you can dominate them
Submissive.
in the other aspect.
Like dominant in bed?
Yes, and then like
I like that.
yes. See,
I like
we
that.
all like that.
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants some nigga
I like
like,
a little roughness.
is it okay if I stick it in now? Okay. You don't want no
You
guy
don't
like
want
that.
Do you want this?
Bro.
Am I hurting you?
Yeah, exactly. Am I hurting you? Is it
Nobody-
okay if I come on your buttocks? I
Nobody.
just want to make sure it's fine.
I want you to give me that dick like this pussy's that good.
Right, you want him to smack your ass, you want him to pull your hair. But outside of it, he got to be the same way after he
Choke.
nut. He can't be no punk. He got to nut and then tell you, yo, babe, go give me something to drink and a wash rag. You want him to say that to you.
No.
Yo, get the rag.
Get the rag.
You get the fucking
You go
rag.
get the rag and
You-
help me
listen,
wash
you
these
make
nuts
the
off.
mess. You get the rag.
No, I need you to help me wash these nuts off. Go get the rag.
Go get the.
Get
She
a-
like that shit. Look at her
Ladies.
face. Look at her face on camera. She's like, I kind of like that.
I mean, ladies, you can go and get a warm rag and like just put it on his balls, and it
fucking
feels
dead
very
right now.
good for them. They
Yeah,
love it.
exactly.
And then just clean his dick off and
Right.
take the rag, wash
And then go
it.
make the sandwich.
Go make the sandwich.
I'm making no sandwich though.
Shit, you want part 2 of this dick? You better make the sandwich.
We're going to bed.
You-
We're going
yo.
to sleep. We're taking
Oh,
a nap.
you're gonna do that Chris Brown, fuck you back to sleep. There you go.
Sin.
Depending on this dick to put you to bed, nighty night.
Yes.
I think there are people who like to be dominated and who,
Yeah.
like for instance, those businessmen who like to be fucking whipped and all
Oh
that
yeah,
shit.
that
So
into
like,
that. That's in them
so
stuff.
like, yeah. So there's people who like. I think it's possible to play 2 different roles because there's these powerhouse women, right? Who are running shit, CEOs and shit. They're probably very dominating. They're dominative nature. But like they like being dominated because they're used to being the boss. So when
Right.
somebody
They need
takes
that
control,
that difference.
Yeah, they need to feel like somebody's
in
dominant
control.
over them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They,
So-
sometimes they don't want to be in control all the time. Like,
Yeah.
you know what?
Right.
I want somebody to tell me what to do. I want somebody
Yeah.
to.
And they get their release
I'd
from
be like,
that.
suck my big toe. And then they'd be like, yes, master. And then they go suck your big toe.
Yeah, that reminds me of that show Billions where the
The husband does it.
He's
Yeah.
Some
sick.
Donald Draper shit.
He's
Yo.
sick though.
Have you seen Mad Men?
He's sick.
No, I haven't seen Mad
have
Men.
Yo, there's a scene where he is his neighbor's wife, right? And he's like, they're in bed, right? And they're chilling and everything, and he's like, I gotta go to work, and she's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll get ready too, and he's like, take your clothes off,
Oh, shit.
and she's like, what do you mean? He's like, take your clothes off. She takes her clothes off, they kiss, they make out, he grabs her clothes, walks out. He's like, you better be here when I come back.
They're in a hotel.
In a hotel. He takes her clothes, all her clothes, so she can't leave the room. And he's like, when I call here, don't pick up the phone. So he calls, she doesn't pick, she's like about to pick it up, doesn't pick up. She just goes crazy over this. And she's a dominating person. Like, she was just doing shit. Then he sends her a box from Macy's, right? Of this lingerie. She puts it on, loves it. And then he buys her this nice ass dress. This wasn't lingerie. He buys her this nice ass dress. They're about to go out, or he comes back, they're kissing. She's like, oh, so where are we going? He's like, take that dress off. And she's like, but I just put it on for you. He's like, now take it off. They didn't do it. Did it again.
What the fuck happened to the dress? He took it with him again?
No, they do the
Thought they
damn
were going
thing.
on a fucking date.
No.
Evelyn just wants to know about the dress. All she heard was
No,
what
it
happened.
was-
He was being
took the
in
dress
control.
off.
He was
What happened to the
dominating.
dress?
He was dominating.
So he was
Yeah.
controlling her.
Yeah, and she liked it because she wasn't making any of the decisions, and she just he's like, take off the dress, now crawl to me.
But you see, some people may find that sexy. and,
Crawl
like,
to me.
Yeah.
You know,
The
sexual.
fuck?
But
There's some people
I
like
would be
that.
scared.
Would you be scared?
You taking my shit, now I can't leave.
You
now
like
I'm
submissive
naked
women?
in the room.
Yeah.
Do I like submissive women? Sometimes.
You?
Sometimes.
I don't. I do not like.
You like dominant women?
Yeah.
You
look
want
at
them
that.
to tell you
I
what to
like
do?
I like aggressive women.
I don't want to date no female bodyguard. Like, I want the bitch to be a lady.
A lady. I like.
Okay, what about in
Yeah,
bed, people?
but
What
in-
about in bed?
yeah.
In bed, do I want her to be dominant?
Or submissive?
All right. So in my experience, Mean Girls.
A little bit of both. You gotta know how to do.
It's like, you know, the dominant, sorry to cut you off, dominant for a position would be for women, like, I'm on top. Boom. I'm like,
That's a dominant position, but
for
I mean,
a
as
woman.
far as like,
I'm saying, like, and dominant for men would be you doing doggy, right? So what do you
I
like?
could be on top of you.
Yeah.
So what do you
missionary
like best?
I mean,
What's your favorite position in
my
sex?
favorite position would be doggy, but I could be.
So
dominant.
you're dominant.
I could be.
You
I'll be
wanna
dominant on missionary as well because I'm on top of you.
Right, but then
I'm
you
driving.
You like that, so you like to drive.
He's driving. He
Yeah.
just made the whole motion.
So you
people.
want to be the dominant one,
For
right?
those
You
who
want the
can't
girl
see.
to be a little bit more
He's
submissive.
Well, if I'm fucking you from behind, I better be the one.
But that's what I'm
dominant.
saying. That's why I brought that up.
Was
So
she just
you-
gonna throw it back on me the whole time?
Yeah, a little.
Unless you're getting pegged, then you're the submissive.
Yeah, exactly. Then that's submissive.
What?
That's submissive. But
That's submissive
But to go
right
back to
there.
the question you said, something about what kind of relationship, right? You said dependent. Watch out for dependent.
Yeah.
Watch out for a person that will put you in a state to make you feel dependent on them. What I mean by that is dudes with money, right?
Yeah.
They'll give you everything you need. The good way to control somebody is to give them everything that they want, right? I give you everything you want. Now, the moment I start taking shit away, you're gonna be like, because I got you hooked on it. Now you're not going nowhere because I'm giving you the car. I'm giving you the money. I'm the reason why you're moving in the streets and eating.
So
You're
that's
not
a
working.
sign.
I'm giving you the shit, right? But now I can control you because if I don't give you the shit, how you gonna move?
Right. So
you gotta
providing
watch out for
everything.
guys like that.
Providing everything for you and then
Right.
kind of taking it away little by little.
Because the moment the person gives you everything and you ain't doing it for yourself, they're in position to take control of you. So you have to watch
true.
out for guys like that.
Yeah.
That is very
That is
true.
Very true.
You gotta watch out for that.
And
That's
that's
super
why
fucking facts.
I be telling my daughter and her friends, make sure you guys establish yourselves where you can stand on your own and you're never dependent on the guy.
You don't
It's
need
one thing
anybody.
if a guy, you get into a relationship with someone and you wind up living them or whatever the case is, and he starts to help you out. But the minute, like, if something goes wrong and you break up and he leaves, you got to be in a position where you can stand on your own.
Yeah.
And I tell her this all the time, and
when-
her friends.
and to a certain extent, without women even knowing, a guy that normally has that money, he's been doing this so much to the point where it's second nature to him, right? And you're coming from You're coming from a spot where it's like
It just
this
hitting you
nigga
from
just
left.
giving me shit. He just bought me this bag. He bought me this. He told me he bought me an outfit to wear to go out with him tonight. You're not knowing that this nigga
He's
is just
molding you
Right.
slowly, which it cannot. It doesn't always have to be like that, but that's I guess a sign.
But majority of the time, the guy with the most money or the guy with the money like that, you have to watch out for that because that's just how they're in that position.
operate.
This is how they operate. Period.
But that is a control thing, though, too, because then the same guy, right, if you're breaking up with him, he'll start putting that fear in you, like, well, how are you going to do this?
Yeah, that's
How
the
you
control
gonna pay
part.
for this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't shit
How you
without
gonna?
me.
Yeah.
Or
I
no
made
one's gonna
you.
He
want
made you dependent on him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, or who's gonna want you? That's like psychological. Like you're pretty much abusing that person verbally.
Yeah,
Right, like,
some
emotionally.
guys do that shit to women with kids.
Like, if I give you
got
3
XYZ kids, who's gonna?
There you
I was
Thank
just about to say that. I said, yo, I can give you 3 kids, and we break up. The first thing a guy's gonna probably say is, "You got 3 kids. Ain't no nigga gonna want you.
Who's gonna want
Who
you?
gonna want to take care of
Yeah.
you and 3 kids?
That's to fuck with you.
You know what I'm saying?
mentally.
Yeah.
That's the first thing a nigga gonna say.
You're gonna start believing that because if the person that says that they love you is telling you all of this, you're gonna start believing it.
Yeah, that's how playing the mind game. Because I've been giving you I control you.
Yeah.
And the same with a girl to a certain because they'll do shit. They'll do everything for you. You know what I mean? They'll pick out your outfit and they'll cook for you
Shit.
dinner on site. And
pissed if
head
somebody
with
pick
head at the
Pick your
drop of a
outfit?
dime.
Fuck no.
Yeah, girls.
I guess
yeah,
some
girls
guys
will
do that too. A lot of guys do that
Yeah,
too.
they'll do
Like,
that.
oh, you can't wear that.
They'll pick a
You
weak-minded
ain't
dude
going
because they
nowhere
like
with that.
already had the controlling guy.
Yeah.
They'll get a guy that's weak-minded, and then they'll try to manipulate him and be
I've
like,
seen some shit
where
like
there's,
that.
it's like they're sucking your dick on cue. Like they'll feed you and give you head, and you think then this is gonna happen every day. They got you once you
The
start.
moment they take it away, you're
Yeah,
like,
once
oh,
they take
babe,
it away, like,
what's
what the
wrong? Like,
fuck?
what do I need to do? Like, are
now they got
okay?
you like a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in the paw. You're playing their game.
Yeah, now they
Head
got
and
you eating
food.
out their hand.
Head and food.
You know, whatever the guy likes the most, that's what she's gonna fuck you with.
Mm-hmm.
What you like the most, sex and food. That's right.
Mm-hmm. They'll try.
Or head and food, I
Mm-hmm.
should say, because we had a show before and you guys said you like head better than you weren't in the show.
Nah, I didn't say I like head better.
Yeah,
I said I like head better than food.
head better than sex.
Oh
I
no,
like
I'll take the pussy and the ass anytime.
Oh, better than head.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
remember Preach said he liked head better than sex.
Unless your head game is that crazy.
Yeah,
I know
like
some
good
girls.
head, like
yeah, good head.
Because I
We
didn't
blowing
know what
preach up.
good head was until I went to college, and I was like,
Sorry, Preach, she blew you up.
He said it before. Yeah.
whoa,
Yeah,
like
exactly. Then I'll be like,
I
yeah,
was like,
want
oh
that.
shit, I didn't know what that was until
Wow.
I met this person. I was like, damn, girl, like, what the fuck they do that at?
Yeah.
That's how they get you.
I'm trying
Hypnotized.
to think how many girls had me like that. They gave me head.
Yeah.
There's a difference between
And-
good head and then just like head.
Just normal head.
Yeah.
Teeth.
See, there's been head on
Yes.
tour. I'd be like, yo, this head game is crazy. But I never seen her again after that. Like, you
That's
know what I mean?
horrible. And you wanted to.
Huh?
And you wanted to.
No, I'm just saying I never seen her again. The head was good. I just never seen her again. I'm trying to think. Was there anybody that was like, yeah, there's one girl that had good head. Yeah. But that's all I wanted.
All you wanted was head from her. You
Yeah,
don't want it.
I didn't care about the sex.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I didn't care about the sex part.
I don't know how we got into the head conversation.
Well,
But I
because
guess
this is planted on reality, and it always
Really?
goes to that.
It was, what's it called? How women control men.
Yeah.
Instead of like, because
Yeah.
like women can be just as controlling as men, but they just do it in different ways. And I think men might do it in more in a like a physical way where they give you all this stuff and then like attention and stuff. Like most people seek attention, and so once I give you all this attention and then the moment I take it away, you're gonna feel insecure. You're gonna feel this thing that I've taken away, and so you're gonna try and get it from me, and then if I'm not giving it to you, then you're gonna go out and find it and try and seek it from somebody else, and then that's where it stems from, the unhealthy wanting this attention and stuff because you weren't getting the attention before.
Right,
Same with women. Women can give their man all this attention, and then like
or all this head,
all this head, just buckets full of head, and food, and then like you do something, they ask you to do something, or you fuck up, you do something that they don't like, and then they just take it away, and then you're just like you're in the same position as the female, and from the male's perspective, you're like, yo, what can I do to? I want that head back. Like, what am I?
Where did I go wrong? What happened?
Hypnotized.
And just like the term
dickmatized.
and just like the term sugar mama, there's women that'll give you everything as well financially. They'll pay your bills for you. They'll pay your rent. They give you clothes. They'll buy you clothes. They take you shopping and do all that shit. And the moment you do something that they don't want you to do, then they start, well, I bought you this. And they start wanting to take shit away from you.
Or they want it back.
They start bringing up shit that they did for you.
They put you in a space where they try to get you to depend on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I still take your sugar mama.
Still unhealthy.
Yeah.
Nah, but bitches will do that. There's bitches out there like that.
Yeah, I know. But
it's like, I know how to get this nigga.
Yeah.
Like,
know
give me my chain back. The chain I bought you for your birthday. That is just horrible.
They do that.
Or they offer to buy you stuff all the time.
You wearing that outfit? I bought you that outfit, and you out with another bitch. Like they do that. I'm like, bitch.
Well, you shouldn't do that. That's foul.
I had a bitch that gave me threesomes, and she thought that meant I was her boyfriend just because she gave me a threesome.
What?
And I'm like,
how do you give someone a threesome?
I was like, what made you think we was in a relationship?
So who
gave me
was
a
the
threesome. Then I got a lot of relationships. You know,
She arranged it?
I'm
That's
trying to figure out,
crazy.
who's the third person on this threesome?
Was it always you said threesomes like
Who's
there
the
were
third
multiple
person?
threesomes.
I don't know, some random girl she picked from the club.
Oh,
Was it like the same third person all the time?
No, not all the time. She had her style of doing things, and it just went.
She
that
probably
way.
thought that that's what
I'd
you
be in
wanted.
a party, minding my business. I'd be off doing some other shit, and then she'd just at the end of the night be like, "Yo, babe, we taking her home," and I'd be like, "She bullshit," and then I was like, "Oh shit,
we're dropping her off? No, we're taking her home."
She like really took the bitch home. I was like, "Oh, okay," and then it just went that way. But she would like, I gave you a threesome, like I was like, but we never had a conversation that we
I
was
didn't
like
know
it.
I owed you.
Let me ask you a question.
That's horrible.
Which is a little left, but I'm going to ask anyway. So she would, pick women home or whatever. Were you ever in a position where you weren't attracted to whoever the fuck she was bringing home, that you didn't want to go there?
Yeah.
See this, well, if it was somebody really unattractive, then I'd probably be like, hell no. But she didn't pick unattractive
She
girl.
had good taste.
She was attractive.
But
so
I wonder if that
she wasn't
ever
gonna pick
happens.
no ugly bitch.
I
I'm
wonder
pretty
if
sure
that
that does happen. But
I mean, there's
far-
no connection there, because when you think about it, like, you're having sex with someone
It's a one-night
that you
stand.
just
It's not
met.
supposed to be a connection. Yeah.
I know that, but I'm just saying that there's no connection there. It's kind of, I've tried it. I'm just
Like, I tried to make
kinda
that happen
like,
one time, and the girl's like, I'm not attracted to her. But I'm like, you're not supposed to be attracted to her. This ain't the dating game.
you
Like,
have to be attracted.
nah,
Absolutely.
bitch, we ain't eating dinner together. We just gonna freak off and that's it.
I have to be attracted to who the fuck I'm fucking.
Yeah.
I'm
Me too.
sorry.
That's
You
what
ain't
I'm
fucking
saying.
her. You
I
ain't
have to
fucking
be
her.
That's like me
attracted.
fucking some guy
I
that
could
I'm
get-
not attracted to at all.
Yeah,
It's never
God.
happening.
I
You
just
talking
need
about a
dick.
female?
Let's just do
I
it.
can tell you right now that I bet you the bitch she was better than any nigga that you probably fuck. You probably got head from some ugly niggas. If you gonna say I'm not attracted to her. Okay, now you're being picky. You know what I'm saying? You're being too picky.
Don't be picky.
You got to be in the moment. If you're really in the moment, you just freaking off.
Yeah,
freaking
but
off
I
by
have
any
to be
means
attracted
Yeah,
to be in that
as long as
moment.
ain't nothing too drastic, like if it's just like really crazy, then you be like, wait a minute, I don't do fat
Maybe in the
niggas.
next life.
You just gotta say fuck
Threesome?
all that. Just go for it.
Cindy,
It's not
you've
happening
had
in
a
this life.
threesome?
No.
You
Ever?
should.
Never?
I think you should.
I think that I should
Before
not.
you die, you should have
Do you
one.
think
And I think
it's-
that if I did, I would definitely not tell you.
So it's definitely not something you
You see the
have in
sneaky
your
bullshit
mind.
she be doing?
Sneaky. That's just me being discreet with my shit.
How she be on the phone with us? She don't be doing that shit on the show, yo. She be
So
saying
no
some
threesome
shit
for
on the phone.
Cindy.
Y'all just don't get to hear it.
So no threesome for Cindy in this lifetime.
Maybe.
No?
She said she wouldn't tell us if she did.
No, I would have said
No,
something.
but I want to know if you think
You should
it may
before you
happen
pass away.
ever.
I don't think so.
Okay.
You should do it.
Just wanted to
I
know.
don't think so. I'm not saying never, but I don't see it.
Go out of town.
Okay, not ever.
Like you go to visit PR one
Here
day
we
or
go.
something.
Have you had a threesome?
No.
Oh, do you want to try it?
No. See, you don't answer it that way. Ask him again.
Have you ever had a threesome? He said no.
You
He said not yet.
Not. Oh yeah.
See,
not
you ain't
yet.
supposed to don't kill a
Not
dream,
yet.
my brother. Don't
Yo,
kill the dream.
You're right. Not yet.
Yet.
Not yet.
I
You're
like
right.
He
Not
said
yet.
no when she said, "Would you want to?" He was about to
Yeah,
say yes.
Would, yeah.
I'm down.
So he
I'm
would
down
want
for some
to.
action.
But this is how you eliminate the second question. Then
You know
not
what?
Yet.
No, let me be very specific.
Thinking
I'm
positive.
down with
Law of
There you go.
attraction.
two chicks, not two dudes, because I almost
Yeah, but
That's not a
specific.
threesome. That's a train.
see. Okay, then yeah, I guess you're right. Then yeah.
You ran a train on the shorty before?
No, there was this what's it called? It was the Toronto cheer when the Torontos came to the city.
Uh-huh.
I
This year, this past year?
Yeah, it was,
Uh-huh.
I was
When they
what's-
played the Knicks at the Garden?
Yep.
I was at that game, yes.
one of the cheerleaders. I ran into one of
Mm-hmm.
the cheerleaders, and she was like, "Oh, you and your homie," and I was just like,
There you go.
I can't do this. It was like my first month here. I was like, y'all are wild out here in the city.
Wow.
Like that was my first.
Damn,
We call
welcome
that
to
a
New
train.
York.
It's called a
Welcome.
train. You run the train on her.
Yeah, I wasn't with the
Welcome
shits.
to New York.
Welcome to.
She could call it a threesome, but you got to say
So
a train.
you said no and it didn't happen?
It did not happen. I took my homie called me an Uber and I went home.
Oh, my God.
He was like, fuck that.
You didn't get no head from the girl?
No, I dipped.
Well, she wanted.
went to the
She just
bathroom
wanted to have
and I
sex with two
left.
guys.
She wanted two dicks. I was in.
She wanted two dicks.
I remember one time I was in Halifax, and this girl was ready to have a threesome. She damn near wanted me to call the concierge downstairs, and she's like, "I want to have a dick in my mouth. I don't care who it is. Call the front desk." Like she wanted two dicks. She wanted two dicks badly.
Wow,
She was
Sid,
in
you
the
hear this?
zone. Fuck, bro.
Me and my homeboy got a saying: "Don't raise your daughter in Halifax." That's all I'm gonna say. Don't raise your daughter in Halifax.
Don't raise your daughter in Halifax. Raise her in New
Yeah,
York.
it's dangerous out there, boy. Woo!
It is murky.
I've had a situation with two girls. I've had I had a threesome, but they didn't freak off with each other because they was friends. They're like, nah, that's my homegirl. I can't eat her pussy.
What?
So you fuck her first, and I'll watch. Like they,
So,
was, they was
okay.
like that.
Yo,
Well, that's
That
another
was
way
in
of having a
Vancouver.
threesome, to just watch. So then, like, if there are two guys and a girl,
Mm-hmm.
if she wants two dicks, like, he can watch. One of them can watch while the other two do it.
Mhm.
And then they change positions, I'm
Yeah.
guessing. Not that I've ever
Change
done
positions, change condoms, the whole thing.
that. You're right.
Yeah.
I thought they share condoms. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I was like, well, I'm protected. She's like, no, you got to put in a new one.
No,
I said, I
you
thought
have
y'all
to
was friends. You don't
change
trust this bitch, huh?
You have to change
I thought
it.
y'all was friends.
So back to codependency.
Well, we was. They was
Yeah.
codependent on
It's
this
a
dick.
It's a codependent relationship.
Yeah, we went to threesomes. Let's go back.
So there's definitely codependent people.
Yeah,
Out
women are
there that just
codependent
want
on men.
sex.
Yeah, and people that try to put you in codependent situations, like how a guy would do it for a girl, girl do it for a guy. In my case, the women for me, and then I had a group where the guy tried to put guys in a codependent situation on them.
God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless.
Yeah. Like he tried to put guys in a codependent situation until I said, "Fuck all that."
So I did take a fucking poll.
Ooh, tell us.
You was
about
on the pole? You took a pole class?
No.
No, she took a poll.
Where'd
Never-
you take
I
the
tried
pole
to
at?
poll before. I can't fucking poll. Eve used to try to fucking teach me on her poll.
You said you took a pole.
That was so
but
many
whose
years
pole
ago.
Did you take?
Oh, pole classes. Yeah, I had a pole in my house
I
back in
bet
the day.
you did. Oh
I
my
did a
God.
lot of things on
You
that
was a
pole.
wild stallion.
Yo,
I was
took
married. I
I
had a
put
pole
a-
in my
You
living
had a
room.
pole in the living room
Interesting.
with your husband?
Yeah.
That was a
girls-
good workout though, because
Yeah,
you got
it
really
was.
You had
thin
girls
doing
come
that
over and
shit.
get on the pole and entertain
And
y'all?
I lost a lot of weight. No, I would just.
Like, baby, bring a
learn
strip club
things.
home tonight. Just get singles and just throw it.
Yeah, that's right.
So I had asked.
Buy the little gun and let them shoot.
I had
Money
asked.
gun.
Uh-huh. You had some ass?
I had asked.
Oh, my bad.
You said, what
I
the
thought you said
fuck?
ass. I was like, yeah, some ass.
Why would I announce if I've had asked? Anyway, so I had asked on Blunted's IG. I did a poll and I asked, like, have you ever found yourself to be in a codependent relationship? And it was 100% hell yeah.
Hell
So I think people are in fucking more codependent relationships than
But
they
then,
think.
like,
Is it
What's
be
the opposite of a codependent relationship? An independent relationship.
Interdependent.
And
Dependent.
so, what is an interdependent?
interdependency
What
and
does that look
codependency?
like? What is that? What is an interdependent?
So
Am I
you're
hearing
like
crickets?
you're in a mutual
Listen,
relationship where
someone's
everything
alarm.
is balanced.
Yeah.
You know, you feel free and you're authentic
You
to
make
yourself.
your own decisions.
You
You just, you know, you
were-
discuss things with each other, but there's no, you know, I'm not trying to control you. You're not trying to control me.
and you don't always have to share opinions.
There's
or-
security in there.
Yeah. You're just individuals, but in a
relationship.
You know, you do your own things with your family and your friends. You know, you hang out with Punch if you want to, because
Yep.
that's your friend.
And ain't nobody fucking telling me not to hang
Yeah.
out with Punch.
You know, you don't have like a curfew. You don't feel scared going,
Yeah.
you know, back home. That type of thing, I would guess.
That's what I want next time I'm in a
I just
real
feel when somebody
fucking
tells you not to
relationship.
hang out with somebody, that's just because either they was cheaters and they do it. I don't know if that's being codependent though.
Or they were cheated on before, and now
Because
they're
there's
with
motherfuckers
you,
that do so
and
much
they're
grimy
thinking you're
shit
gonna
that
do it
they don't
again.
want to make sure it happens, so they try to control your fucking movement.
And
You
your
know what I
life.
mean? Like
Yeah.
I could
It
be
could
go
on,
both
like,
ways.
like no, but it's selfish. Like I'm gonna be the only one cheating here, bitch. You
I
ain't
had
gonna
a
be doing
homie
that.
like
It
that.
could be both ways, though.
Yeah.
In
That
that
shit
sense.
made no sense to me.
What?
He would get mad. He would get fucking heated whenever his girl would talk to other people. But he's over here getting head from random chicks.
But that's
fucking-
why.
And I'm just like,
Control freak.
yo, he was hella control. I just like, I didn't say anything, but I just like, it never made any sense because he would lose his fucking mind. He would get so fucking heated.
Cheaters do not like to get cheated on. Period. Like
And
they're
when
doing
they're-
it,
when
they
they're
don't
doing
want
it-
it to happen to them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. So he's doing all this shit. All this shit's happening to him. So now he's thinking, oh well, if she does it, she, you know, that's giving her the opportunity to fucking do this shit to me. I don't want her doing that.
They
to
always think that
me. I want to
the
be in
other one-
control.
Yeah.
That's some crazy. That's some crazy.
That's some
That's some
psychological.
crazy
yeah.
shit. Remember, Sin? Like, I'm gonna have to tell a story when we were away, and one of our friends she was just opening up to me about her.
Oh yeah.
Her ex-husband, and she was saying that because we were talking about codependency and all that. That when she used to go out shopping and she was at Macy's, she had to show him the receipt so he can see the time in between when she was finished
That's some
shopping
crazy nigga shit.
and when she got home.
See, that's crazy.
Yeah,
So
it's
that's
crazy.
some
That's not.
crazy.
I don't know if that's codependent.
No,
to me. That's
but
just niggas being
it's
crazy.
That's some
insecure.
crazy insecurity there.
Super insecure.
And then at the end, he's the one that was cheating throughout the whole
Yeah,
relationship.
'cause
Yeah.
he knows.
So
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Some crazy, crazy.
The only time I'm gonna ask you to see the receipt and then be to see the time is if I think you're lying to me, and you're gonna have to like. There has to be a lot of signs. Like, I'm not gonna just be like, "Oh, are you lying?" Like, no, there has to be multiple times
Right,
where
right.
I'm just
Was
like,
she a liar?
was she a liar?
no, this guy just had trust
I
issues.
mean, you know, maybe
and-
she lied to him before. He's like, bitch, let me see that receipt.
Well, at the end of the day, he was one cheating. So I guess the liar really was
You
him.
ever seen the movie Casino?
Yeah.
Remember the part where he made Ginger call her friend? I'm gonna be listening on the other phone, and I want you to I want y'all to talk and ask her to tell me what you guys had for lunch. And she acted like she was calling, and she didn't. I hung up the phone. Oh, she didn't answer. Click. You don't remember that part?
I don't. That's crazy.
Anybody that remember Casino?
That's some crazy
Robert De Niro?
like shit right there.
Because Ginger was fucking. She was a wild cannon. She was fucking giving money to her old sugar daddy.
Please, I'm sick and tired of people blaming the girl for what the guy was doing. Okay,
Oh,
he
like
was
it's-
obviously a cheater.
No, in this movie, this bitch was the crazy
she
one.
was a cheater. He was a cheater. So,
No, he wasn't. She was the crazy one.
well, the movie, but I'm talking about my friend.
Oh, I don't know. Your friend. I'm bitching that bitch ain't innocent.
Yeah, I heard of that. I've heard of situations where girls would smell their man's dick when they came home.
Yup.
What?
Yup.
I thought that was just in movies.
No, that's a
Sin?
real fucking thing.
Have you ever smelled your man's dick?
Nope. But I've heard of that.
What's it called?
Walking
Or
home?
what's it called? They check your if you got a watch, they'll check and be like, why was your heart rate open? Why was your heart rate? What's going on? What were you were running? You were at work. Why is it like this?
What?
Yo, I've heard of some like crazy females doing.
Damn, I wish I would have had me a bitch that do shit like that. I would have so many jokes on her. I would fuck with her life. I would come home with my dick smelling exactly like pussy. I'm like, let me see if this bitch can really tell. Okay, just checking. Yeah, bitch, you couldn't even tell if I was fucking a bitch or not.
How would you?
How would you know?
No.
How would you really know?
How? But how would you get it to smell like that though?
First of all,
I
why
would
are
go
you even
fuck a bitch.
smelling a dick? Like, why
Yeah.
are you asking to smell it? Like,
Same
if
reason
I don't
why
trust
you're
you,
asking to see your receipt.
Well,
yeah. But
Was
like,
it-
in my mind, I'm like, why would any woman be like,
Well,
you're-
can I mention something?
yeah.
I remember a time, right?
You smell dick before?
No.
Oh.
I thought like
Tell me.
when Eve was having an argument with one of her exes, and
Oh my God.
he's the one who came out and was like, "Oh, I ain't doing nothing," and he's like bitching because he was somewhere and he wasn't answering the phone. So obviously, he was like, "What the? Why didn't you fucking pick up the phone?"
Yeah.
So he's like, "I'm not doing anything. You can smell my dick." And I was like,
Yeah,
"What the fuck?" Yo, out
what?
of left field, I was like, "What?"
I'm like,
He
I
was
am
offering-
not smelling your dick.
Yeah,
Smell it.
because
I
he was with a
promise.
bunch of guys, and I don't give a fuck. I ain't got nothing to hide, and then I remember that's why it sticks out till now. Like,
yeah.
why would you offer her? to
Why
smell
would
your
you?
dick?
Yeah. And what if it smells like soap? Then I'm like, why? You're hanging out with your friend. Why does it? I'm like, nah.
I'd be like, you know what,
I'm
Bird?
good.
I know she want to smell my dick when I get home. Let's go play some basketball, fellas. You want to smell something? I'm gonna give you something good to smell.
Oh,
You're
some
disgusting.
sweaty balls.
Bet your ass won't go down and smell no more after this.
Yo, now in the 21st century, I don't know if you guys know this, but you have Gmail, you have Google on your you have
Gmail.
Google? All right. So when you go home tonight, all you got to do is go to Google Maps, right? Make sure you're signed in on your laptop, and you will be able to track everywhere that you've been since you've logged into this phone with your Gmail.
Okay.
So like I can I lost my phone one day, right?
You're gonna destroy some relationships.
Hey, I'm just saying, like, if you want to catch a cheater,
But you wouldn't be able to find somebody else's shit unless they had your password.
unless you hopped onto it, say your girlfriend got her laptop and she's logged in doing her thing. Boom! All you got to do is type in Google Maps while she's logged into her Google thing, and you can track
Everything that she has done.
everywhere that she's been.
Pretty much. Anything
Well,
that she
everywhere
has
your
done.
phone's
So
been.
like if the person's into their Gmail account, you could track them that way and see where they've been.
Yeah, you can track their map, and you can see it's constantly uploading. So as long as she has a satellite a GPS connection, her GPS is on. Like you got to turn off your GPS
Look at Cindy
Well, how do you
thinking.
see it on the laptop?
on the laptop.
As long as they're signed
You
in.
sound
As
very
long as
nervous
you
there,
sign
son.
Hell no.
She's like, wait a minute, what? Well, how can they do
I'm not nervous. I don't
Cynthia
think
Vega is single, my people, so I don't have to be nervous about anything.
I lost my cell phone.
Those days
one
are way
time.
over.
I lost my cell phone one time, and that's how I tracked it.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like
I am,
this.
though. Don't listen to him.
Oh, there you go. I got
I'm
it.
like-
I got it. Yeah,
So they gotta be logged
that's a
in.
very nice advice.
That's crazy. Everybody, there's mad people like, I'm going to get this nigga.
Ooh, so you know the steps 1 to 4.
I do.
Boom, boom, boom.
But
boom.
I never did it to track somebody. I only did it to look for my cell phone.
Okay. Well, it's okay to. No, it's not okay to track people.
Word to the wise.
To track people?
When you look for shit, you're gonna find something, even if it's nothing. You
Yeah,
know,
you
you're
don't
gonna
like.
find something.
Are you able to handle what you find? Most people, they want to know, and then when they know,
Yeah, and then
they're
your
ready
heart
to go.
stops, 'cause
they
I've
ready
been
to turn
there.
up to 20 on you, like you can't handle it. Then why look?
If you're looking for something, it's because you better know how to handle it if something crazy comes.
Then,
up.
like, if you're looking for something, you're just being insecure yourself. But then here's the thing: like, if you find something, if you have this doubt, right? Like, you think this person's cheating on you, and then you find it, it's a shitty feeling and a good feeling.
Like, I'm
it's-
not crazy.
There's no good feeling about it because you much rather be wrong and then feel like that jerk, and then be like, all right, babe, like, I'm not gonna, like, I'm sorry for doing, but like, I've never been in a relationship to where the point where I've been like that person to be like, yo, you're cheating on me. I think I think there's somebody else. I just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just pretty open about when I'm in a relationship. And so I've never gotten to that point, but
Well, thank God.
thank God.
I don't know. I think with us, though, that shit is loud and clear. Women's intuition.
Yeah.
That shit be crazy. That's whatever.
You can
No, it's
feel
not,
it
though.
though.
You
You
can
can
feel
kind of
it.
see the changes.
Bitches be way off. I done did mad wild shit. Bitches' intuition wasn't kicking when I was wilding out. That shit, I'd be like, man, whatever. That shit is nuts.
Well, some people I guess didn't
Punch
listen
hasn't
to
been
it.
with me.
She would know where
he
you
would have
are.
been blown the fuck up.
Nah, I would have fucked your spirits up. I'd be like, yo, tell him doing this. I'm going over here to do the other thing.
He would have been fucked.
I'm gonna talk to the spirits. I've been right
But
there.
this is reason number 500,026 why Punch and I would not be together.
Yo, every
See,
show
I would
there's a
drive her-
reason.
I would drive her insane.
Every show
Okay.
there's a reason, and my hopes
I was
get
driving-
smaller and
She
smaller.
started talking about a little birdie. I just felt a little bird in the sky. Made me feel like, were you out with another bitch tonight? I was like, yeah, I was around a bunch of bitches
Oh, see,
the club.
Yeah, you gotta like,
at the club.
you gotta tell the truth, but have the like I.
Niggas do that all the time.
Yeah.
Who you on the phone with? I was on the phone with this big booty bitch.
Punch fails to
Tell Craig I
realize
said hello. Tell Craig I said hello. Like, I was really on the phone
I
with
am a
this bitch.
psychic medium, my friend. I got my spirit people.
I'll fuck that old
and they
shit
tell
up.
me,
I'll fuck it all up.
no, you won't.
Trust me.
You'll be blown the
You'd be
fuck out.
surprised. You're like,
No,
damn,
because
this
I'm
nigga
a
is
shitty
good.
liar, so I'm gonna tell you the truth. But I'm gonna tell you in a way where
But yeah, you ain't gonna believe shit I say. I'm gonna
The
say it
truth
in a
always
funny
comes
way.
to light, bro.
oh, it does,
Sorry.
but
That
it's
shit
gonna
don't.
take a minute.
No, it don't always come
Not
to light.
necessarily.
The truth
Who
always.
killed Jimmy Hoffa?
Oh, wait.
The truth has not come to light. Who killed Tupac? The truth ain't come to light.
Suge
Who
Knight.
killed Biggie? It didn't come to
The
light.
truth
Suge
is
Knight.
out for people. May not be out to the public, but there's
Yo, there was
people
a
out there
whole-
that
Suge
know.
Knight admitted to it. He was trying to kill his bodyguard and his wife because they were cheating on him on the low, and they just got the wrong person.
That's the first time I'm hearing that one.
Yo,
Really?
you just yeah.
There's
That's
so
the
many
first time I heard it,
theories
too.
around
Well,
it. I've never heard
he
that.
admitted it. It was in his like he was in, it was this
But
is
it got-
the words from Suge Knight. Like
Well, all the
Yeah.
documentaries, they got the dude from the Crips is the one who did the shooting that killed the bullet
All
that
right,
killed
on the
Tupac.
next Blunted,
who did it?
conspiracy theories.
Ooh.
Yeah, the truth don't always come out. It don't always come to light.
Well, it's true. A lot of people do
It
say
does.
that.
There's
The truth
somebody out
always
there that
comes
knows.
out.
You
to
know how many
light.
bitches I fucked that my ex-wife didn't know about?
She know right
But
now.
the truth
I don't
just
give a
came
fuck
out
if she
now.
know now. She got a new
The
husband.
truth
But
just
it's
came
out.
out.
That's
I
what I'm
was
saying.
I was fucking them bitches then.
You gotta die with some of the.
But my
things.
thing is that didn't you sit here on the last show and say that you've never cheated?
I didn't. See, I
You
said.
just said it.
I said
This nigga.
I
But-
was married, but I wasn't with her the whole time, right?
But he says that
Bye.
fucking another girl's not cheating.
It is,
So,
though.
but yeah,
Bye.
but that's what he says.
Reason number 521,000 why this wouldn't work.
Because she thinks sex is cheating. That's not cheating.
Well, you know what? Punch does not want to be monogamous. So,
I mean,
let's-
sex-
Why
not
be in a
cheating.
relationship
In
if you
the-
can't be
in the
monogamous?
average relationship. sex
But
is-
where in the planet Earth does it say that you have to be with one vagina?
Could you do me a favor? Just bring up one of your girlfriends up
Where?
here. Bring your girlfriend on
Where?
the show, and we'll see about that.
I ask you a question. Answer the question. Where does it say that at?
It's like a social. It's like a contract. Like everybody.
Nah, you know
under the
what?
same-
We've been brainwashed to think like that.
brainwashed by who?
From the beginning of time, passed through generations of families, we think it's supposed to be this one way.
You know what I would love to
I mean,
do,
some
and I've been
people
saying
practice
this.
So
monogamy,
there's
some people
Adam and
don't.
Eve, right?
I would love
so
to
this was
have-
Adam and Eve. So what? So she didn't fuck nobody else.
I would like no. I would
She
love
didn't?
to have.
well,
She had to fuck mad niggas.
this.
How many wives Solomon had?
This
I would
Eve
love
has-
to have a show on polygamy up on this shit,
I would love that too.
and have somebody come on
Or
here.
polyamorous
You gotta-
relationship.
you
Oh yeah, we
get-
did the
get a
polyamorous
Mormon.
thing. Well, we got him back.
We could,
or
we could
throuples,
incorporate
which is like
that.
a new thing.
That's been a while.
A throuple. I was watching the Jada Pinkett
That's
show,
how the
the,
more-
the Red Table.
That's
Oh,
just
yeah.
a. That's their way of saying
It's
threesome
a new
relationship.
no. It's a throuple. They are living together.
Yeah, it's
they
polyamorous
share
almost.
bills. No, they're
That
together.
is like
It's like
polyamorous.
it's like polyamorous.
I'm down to do
But that's what
another
they
show
call
on
it, a
that,
throuple.
and
That's cool.
actually bring people on here.
So are they like brother husbands then? Is
There
it-
was a husband that was married to his wife for 8 years, and then she met a girl through work that was like in an they were in an open
Yeah.
relationship already, and then her friend and her got together, and they liked each other. They had a vibe, and then the husband also had a vibe with her, and then they're together.
So there's two dudes.
One dude,
dude?
two ladies.
See,
So it's
I bet
three.
you've never heard of a situation where it's
Two dudes and one lady.
Yeah, two brother husbands.
That's
You've never
true.
seen that.
Yeah.
Like that's so like.
Yeah, ain't no
uh,
ain't no nigga gonna put himself in a position to be pimped. Like bitch,
Yeah,
you ain't
plus
gonna
men
do
have
it.
That's what you call a
egos.
cuck.
Wow.
I had a polyamorous girl try that shit with me. I wasn't with that.
Ooh.
But just like that's our time
She
for
wanted
the
you
for
to
the
have
day,
another husband?
everybody. It's 9:58. We got 1 minute left to just give a wrap up of everything
Yeah, but we should have a vote on that.
on what the polyamorous thing.
No, on what's the next topic. I'm gonna take care of that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
But we
have
gonna
like
let the
2 or
people
3
decide?
Have the
options.
people
people
decide
decide?
what we're gonna do, but I definitely like that topic. But yeah, thank you to all our 8-ball listeners.
Yes. We on 8-ball today?
Yes, we are.
We went on last time.
No, because we had a little program problem.
We didn't get no email saying sorry, guys.
Actually, they did apologize on Slack, but y'all bitches are
fuck that Slack. Well, I need it in my email. You didn't affect nobody else's show. You affected our show.
So, all right, you take it up with 8-ball. But thank you to all our 8-ball
We love
listeners,
8-ball
our
listeners.
YouTube viewers. We appreciate you. I am Sin Lover, LOVAH, people, CIN.
And I'm punchline_NYC. Follow me on Instagram.
Thank you for joining us, girls and boys. I'm Eve.
Men and women.
And
Eve,
where can we
Polka
find
Eve.
you?
You can find all my Instagrams under Verycentric, VERYCENTRIC.
Word, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Happy 4th of July to everybody. Barbecue. Save me some chicken. Peace.
Peace.
Potato salad. And a bunch of other stuff. Happy 4th, America.
Happy 4th. I'm going to Puerto Rico, bitches.